Good evening, everyone. I trust we are good. Hello, good evening, everyone. I trust we are good. All right. I don't know how many persons are active at this point. All right. Good evening. I can see Vicky's concept was on the waiting list already. Hello, if you're with me, let me know in the comment box that you're with me. If you're actually active as at this point, let me know in the comment box that you're with me. Hello. I don't know who is active at the moment. If you're there, let me know. Please let me know. If you're there, let me know that you're there. So we'll be starting in the next 3 minutes at most. We should have been able to start. So let me mute a bit. Hi, Vicky's Concept. You're welcome to my live stream. Good evening, Manoj. I think that's the name. Sorry if I don't pronounce very well. Okay, connecting from India. You're welcome to my live stream. All right, so I'm going to be active in the next, let's say 2 minutes at most. I'll be fully active, okay? Thank you, Hassan. Thank you. I can see you. You're welcome to this night's live stream. I'm so grateful to have us here. Vicky's Concept, I'm so grateful to have you on my lane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome to my palace. I don't know what I could offer you. Hassan, what could I offer you? Yeah, salam alaikum. Sorry, malaikum salam. Malaikum salam. I guess I'm correct. Thank you. That's Imudia. Thank you. You're welcome. Machine 7. You're welcome to my live stream. All right. Thank you so much. Hassan, you're welcome. Thank you for connecting to my live stream. Do well to double tap your screen just to give me a thumbs up. Double tap your screen, or there are three buttons at the top part of the screen. Do well to give it a thumbs up. That's just like the live stream so that it can gain the publicity it needs. Okay, English. Down there is English. All right, I think we'll be starting right away. Do well to double tap on your screen just to give the live stream the publicity it needs. All right, so for this night, I want to first of all start up by appreciating every one of us for being here with me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Trust me, I'm so grateful. So I can't see any favor bigger than this. I can't see any favor bigger than this. That's out of your time, your busy schedule, and some of us may even be at a different workplace that you're here with me. I can see over 20 to 20 something persons already, and we're just starting. Okay, I want to appreciate every one of us. I'm so grateful for being here at this point. So this night, without making further ado, just give me a little time to. Okay, assalamu alaikum for all my Muslim brothers connecting. Assalamu alaikum. All right. So I want to first of all appreciate God for the privilege to be here and to be connected on this live stream with every one of us. And before I move further, let me just use this opportunity again to appreciate my dear friends who have been very supportive. So I will start by appreciating Sonia, Vibe with Sonia. So I appreciate Sonia. She has been very motivative and very helpful, especially this period. And also every other person in the family. I have Vicky with me. I appreciate you so much. Perry, thank you for connecting with us. Thank you, every other person. So this night, we want to talk about a very important discussion, and it's buttressed around the area of process as well as its pangs. Process and its pangs. So I will start by telling us what process is. Process simply means the step-by-step approach that someone's take towards an end. So you have an end, you have a target in mind. Thank you, Ansari, for connecting. Thank you so much for connecting. I suppose that's Cote d'Ivoire. Okay. So process is the step-by-step approach an individual will take. Please double tap your screen just to give me the thumbs up. Double tap your screen, please. All right, so it's a step-by-step approach that an individual will take towards the attainment of a particular goal. That's process. Now, pangs, it's a midwifery related term, which simply means pains. So when I mean the pains and its pangs, I simply means pain and its pains. So the process I'm talking about is the process towards achievement of a goal. Someone once say that the end justifies the means. I don't know who accepts with that. If you accept with me, let me know in the comment box that the end justifies the means. Another group of thoughts says that the means justifies the end. Please let me know your own opinion in the comment box. Do the end justify the means, or the means justify the end? Oh, okay. Ronaldo, I think I don't know if you don't mind. I could attend to you just after this stream so that I don't keep us waiting so much. All right. All right, so I want to know our opinion. Let me know our opinion on the comment box. Do the end justify the means, or the means justify the end? So Blessing, thank you so much, Blessing, for connecting to this live stream. Blessing says the means justifies the end. All right, let me get another opinion. Who agrees with her that the means justifies the end? Let me see who wants to add. I want more opinion. Let's make it more engaging. All right, I want to get our opinion. Let's discuss. It's a discussion. So let's get to hear our various views on this topic. So do the end justify the means, or the means justifies the end? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. If you are here with us, double tap your screen, please, just to give us that thumbs up. I can see 3 persons have already done that. Double tap your screen just to give us the thumbs up. All right. Love Niche, thank you so much for connecting with us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Double tap your screen, please, just to give us the thumbs up. All right. So I was saying, let me know our opinion. Do the end justify the means, or the means justify the end? What do you think? Okay. So Vicky says, yes, it's the means that justifies the end. It's the means that justifies the end. All right. The best, I think, my opinion would be that both the means and the end justifies each other. So at the end of the day, you will say it was worth the stress. That means the end justifies the means. Also, if you didn't take the right path to the end, you would not be glad that you were half baked. I think that's the essence for this night's discussion. That's the essence. So let me see some definitions of process. I pick a best definition for process. That thank you, Ajil. You're welcome. You're welcome to my live stream. You're welcome. All right. So transformational, based on transformational experience, a process is a dynamic and iterative experience that reshapes one's thoughts. It reshapes one's thoughts. It reshapes your belief. It reshapes in terms of your actions. It reshapes you in terms of your resilience, requiring your effort and adaptability to navigate its twists and turns. All right, Ajil, we're just having a discussion. And the title of our discussion, just as the live stream states, is on process and its pangs. Process and its pangs. Process and its pangs. So I'm just discussing on process. Want to share experience on this area, process and its pangs. So Vicky, thank you so much for that. Vicky says the process taken defines the end result. Thank you so much for that. Please, can we double tap our screen just to give us the thumbs up? Or you can check above the top part of your screen. You will see the 3 buttons there. Just click on it and then give a thumbs up. What I mean is like it, and then just to give the live stream the publicity it needs. All right, I'm Ajil. I'm from Nigeria. So I'm actually live streaming from Nigeria. All right, so I said that process is a dynamic and iterative experience that reshapes one's thoughts. It reshapes our belief, our actions, requiring our effort, resilience, and adaptability to navigate its twists and turns. All right, thank you, Ajil. You're welcome from Kerala. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, so let's go to let me ask another question. Let me see our opinion on this. What do you think is the real difference between a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a teacher, maybe classroom teacher, a farmer? What's the difference? What's the clear difference between them? What would be the logical difference between each of them? Why is it that a farmer, if given the items of the doctor will not be able to perform very well. What's the difference? All right, I think I don't know if anybody have an opinion to state on that. Everyone have different duty. Exactly. Thank you so much, Ajil. Everyone have different duty. Exactly. So each of them are subjected to a controlled and a well-defined atmosphere. So you don't just wake up one day and become a doctor. You don't just wake up one day and then you become a lawyer. You don't just wake up one day and become a farmer and so on. You are subjected to go through the process of becoming either a legal practitioner or to become a medical practitioner or to become a farmer, because farmers are in cadre. Exactly. As you say, it depends on morning. Anyway, it depends greatly on the atmosphere they are subjected to. So to become a doctor or a legal practitioner, you must be subjected to 7 years in training. To become an engineer, 4 to 5 years of training, after which you go in for what we call industrial training, which you have to practicalize the theories you have learned. And that's what makes the clear difference between everyone. Now, in reference to our topic or in relation to our topic, it therefore means that if you never take the process towards becoming what you love, what you want to become, that's your dream, then the end would not be satisfactory enough. You won't like the end. You'll be half-baked. That's what it simply means. You'll be half-baked. So for you to become an expert in your field, to become an expert in your field, say for instance, software designer, it means you must have subject yourself through the training. All right, thank you so much. That should be Rhoda. The stream is just a discussion section, and the title is on process and its pangs, more or less process and its pains. So what we're talking about, okay, Ajil say, I'm a nurse, but I'm not satisfying that job. Okay, he's not satisfied with his job. All right, we're going to be talking. Ajil, I believe you find purpose at the end of the discussion and you find a reason to enjoy the job. Except maybe you have personal reasons you want to share, if you don't mind, or maybe you want to talk after now. So we're saying that to become anything in life, there is a process. So for instance, you wish to take rice, or you wish to take, let's say you wish to take burger, for instance. There is a process for preparing burger. There's a process for preparing rice, depending on the type of rice you want to prepare. There are different steps. And the process, if there is any mistake along the way, what you will get at the end of the day is not what was intended. So for instance, you needed to prepare, okay, I don't know how many persons are still connected. If you are still connected, please double tap your screen just to give us the thumbs up. Double tap your screen to give us the thumbs up. All right, thank you so much. I think 7 persons have already done that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so let's dig a bit deeper. All right. Let's dig a bit deeper. All right, I don't know who wants to share with us. What was your experience for, if you're a lawyer, let us know what was your experience on becoming a lawyer. What was the process you passed through? Let us know. If you are, let's say, a medical practitioner, what was the processes that were designed? And tell us how you feel about it. Do you think it was worth it? Do you think it was worth it? Let us know in the comment box. Do you think it was worth it? If you're an engineer, let us know the process that was involved. How many years did it take you? Was it worth it? Do you think it was worth it? Do you think there was any better way to go through it? Do you think there was shortcuts to get there? Let us know. Let us know in the comment box. Do you think the number of years you spend in becoming whatsoever profession you are into was worth it? Let us know in the comment box. Thank you, Marilyn. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome to this live stream. You're welcome to this live stream. So as I earlier said, we're discussing this night on process and its pangs. Process and its pangs. And pangs there simply means pains. Process and its pains. So the question right now is on becoming whatsoever you are practicing, any profession at all. Let us know the process you took. Was it worth it? Do you think there were other shortcuts you could get there without wasting all the times that you spent? Was it worth it? Let us know in the comment box. We started by saying there is an adage, or there's an adage that says that the end justifies the means. Another school of thought says the means justifies the end. Exactly. I just wish I could make money by playing the guitar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I even have an example to cite in relation to guitar. Okay, so rather say I'm a guitarist. I just wish I could make money by playing the guitar. Yeah, you can actually do. You can actually do. You can actually do so. For instance, this very platform, for instance, you can open a platform like this, just playing it, coaching people on it. You can actually make money out of it. Sure, you can. So if you're still there, you're just joining us, if you're just connecting at this point, please do well to double tap on the screen. And if you are yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe to this channel. If you are yet to subscribe, there are a lot of exciting contents that will be coming in. Okay, so rather say it's hard, isn't it? Yeah, that's the reason for this night's discussion. Process, is it worth it? Was it worth it? The stress on becoming a guitarist, was it worth it? Do you think there were other shortcuts that you would have taken? The time you took to play a guitar, it takes tedious training. It takes a well-scheduled plan in terms of scheduling your day, scheduling how many hours you want to spend on it. It goes beyond just playing it. How will I put it? It needs passion to be good in it. It needs passion, because I have gone through some of those musical trainings. I've gone through a couple of them. My instrument was actually violin. I play violin. That's just by the side, or by the way. I play violin. I play flute. I'm not too good in trumpet. I play flute. I play recorder. To some extent, I can try in keyboard. That's piano. So I know the stress and the process it involves in becoming a master in it. Okay, you say it was worth it. Thank you so much. It was worth it. All right, that means the time frame you spent on mastering your skill, on mastering your profession, it was worth it. Who again is typing? Let us know your own opinion. Was it worth it? That if you're a medical practitioner, the time frame you spent on becoming on becoming a professional, was it worth it? Were there need to shorten the time? Thank you so much, Rhoda. I am so glad for your contribution. I'm so glad to have your contribution. All right. So as I was saying, for instance, the guitar, there's a point you play to your finger, this tip of your finger. The sensation that you get out of it, it's not bearable. It's not comfortable at all. It's not comfortable at all. For instance, the violin, while playing, this part of you will have serious pain, like serious pain over here, especially if you practice daily. You have serious pain over here. Now, that is what it takes. But as you keep playing over time, you get to the stage where you no longer feel that pain. You no longer feel that pain. You get to the stage where you no longer feel that pain again. That is what mastery does. That's what mastery does. So mastery helps in reducing some of this pain. So the question now is it worth the stress? Please, if you are just connecting at this point, do well to double tap your screen just to give us a thumbs up. And then if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, do well to subscribe. Please do well to subscribe. We had a massive persons who turned up earlier. I don't know if it's network that locked them out. Please, you can do well to subscribe. There are certain content you'll be getting from this very channel. All right, I want to cite just a couple of persons who took the process in their various fields, and at the end of the day, they left marks in the signs of time. And if the first example, Martin Luther King the Jr. is a powerful life. Martin Luther King Jr. is a powerful life that we must emulate. Okay, Vicky Concept say every time spent to acquire a skill is a very precious and practical. It's a very precious and practical one, and it's worth it because over time it will definitely yield result. Thank you so much, Vicky, for that contribution. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So she also says, from our opinion, that the process was worth it. The means was worth it. How far did you get playing the violin? Anyway, I was so good in violin, except that I'm into the medical line. And so I don't have sufficient time in the past. Let's say in the past 9 years thereabout, I don't have sufficient time to major on it, but I'm good at it. Yeah, I'm actually good in violin. So hoping that someday, maybe just for fun, I'll play for some of us. So Quincy, you're welcome. You're welcome to you're welcome to this very nice discussion. I'm so glad to have you in my palace. Thank you so much. Do well to give this very live stream a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I was talking about Martin Luther. Now, some of the things that you step into, some of the fields, some of the profession, it comes with a lot of requirements. It comes with a lot of demands that must be met. And some of that which people like Martin Luther King the Jr., who was an activist, so some of the challenges he faced was that of racism. He faced racial discrimination. He faced threats to life. He faced even security. He wasn't secure at all. So he faced that he needed to give lectures from places to places. He faced the threat of arrest. He was arrested several times, escaped bombings. He led several marches and protests, and we know what it means. In fact, historic marches. It's not easy for someone to buy into your ideology to get to the point that they support you so much as that. But when there is passion in the process, which is some of the requirements, when there's passion in the process, indeed, there'll be that fire. Indeed, there'll be that grace that will carry you through the process. Now, first of all, what are those requirements? What are those things that one must consider for whatsoever you intend to achieve? What are those things? The first one is, what do you want to set out for? The question, what, should be answered. What exactly should be? So for instance, Rhoda will share with us is a guitarist. So before he went into it, the question was, what do you want to venture into? So for those who are into baking, what? You must answer the question, what? What exactly? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to stand out for? That's the first thing, the first question that must be answered. So you don't, have we heard that very saying that says that jack of all trade, master of none. Jack of all trade, master of none. So you can't just venture into everything at the same time. So like Rhoda asked me earlier, yes, I'm good in some of the musical instruments, but I can't major in them. If I must stand out in my own field, if I must stand out, if I must create a niche for myself, I can't measure on all of them. For instance, for those who are good in athletics, I don't know if we have any athletics in the house. Do we have any athletics in the house? For those who are good in it, I'm actually good in that aspect. That's another part I'm good. I'm good in that aspect. Most of is it in racing? Is it in the other one they call acrobats and so on? Is it in football, for instance, talking about sports? I'm very good in football and so on. Very good, like very good. I was into professional football and so on. But for me to actually stand out, I must create a niche for myself. So if I must stand out, I either become a sportsman and athletics, or I drop those ones to major on a particular one. So the first one is that you must pick out, or you must answer the question what. You must answer that question. You must stand out. You must create a particular niche for yourself where you want to be known for. If you must get outstanding result at the end, so the first step is to create a niche for yourself. So create a niche for yourself, what you want to be known for. That's the first step. That's the first question that should be answered. So if you are just connecting, as I said earlier, please, if you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe as at this point. And for those also who came in earlier, please do well just to give this double tapping on your screen, just to give the live stream a thumbs up. Do well to double tap, do well to double tap. I don't know how many persons are still connected. If you are still here with us, please let me know in the comment box. If you are here with us, let me know in the comment box. If you're here with us, let me know in the comment box. How many persons are still there? 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 Let me be sure that we have good number of persons with us. All right. Thank you so much, Rhoda. Thank you so much, Rhoda. I'm glad that you're still here. I'm glad that you're still here. Who again is still there with us? Who again is still there with us? If you are there with us, let us know in the comment box. All right. So the next question that should be answered is why. The next question that should be answered is why. So someone once said, I think that should be Miles Monroe. He said that when the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. When the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. I don't know who will be typing that. Who will be typing that down for us? When the use of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So abuse is a compound word for abnormal use. Abuse is a compound word for abnormal use. That means if you don't know the use of a thing, you are most likely to use it abnormally. So if you don't know the use of a guitar, you can use it again just to correct a child. If you don't know the use of a guitar, for instance. So if the use of a thing is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. That's question why would save you a lot of stress. The question why will save you a lot of stress. For instance, why do I want to become an engineer? Why do I want to become an engineer? Why? Am I becoming an engineer because my friends are into engineering? Why do I want to become a musician? Am I becoming a musician because people make money out of it? Why? Why exactly? Why? So that question why should be answered. That's another question that should be answered. So you are into tourism. Am I just touring because people are into it? People I know, closer persons to me are into it. So the next question, okay, I think let's touch a bit on that why. The question of why will save you when in days where your energy is supposed to be drained, it will save you that stress. Because when you answer the question why, the grace, the strength to push further will be there. Let me give an instance. You were supposed to step in to your house, and then let's say you lost the key to that house. Let's say you forgot the key to the house. So those two instances, maybe you forgot the key or left the key somewhere, and then you must get into the house. The only option, say, that is left as at that moment is to break down that door. So why are you breaking down the door? Because it's urgent for you to get into the house. It's urgent for you to get into the house. That means if you don't get into the house, what you intend to get out of that house, you will not get it. So that energy to break down that door, to buckle down that door, would be there because you have answered the question, why do you need to break down the house? Why do you need to get into the house? It have answered that question. So when other persons try to give you reason why you shouldn't continue, because you have answered the question why, it will save you the stress. That no matter how much they try to dissuade you, you will not be dissuaded at all. Yes, you will not be dissuaded. For instance, while I was into athletics, so some of them I was learning was acrobats, Chinese, that's karate. I learned karate, I learned boxing. Then I also did a bit of weightlifting until I sustained serious injury. Yeah, serious injuries. I was into weightlifting until I sustained serious injuries. Now, there were days where I was very exhausted because of trying to meet the activities of daily living, expectations of the day, daily requirements. I was very exhausted. There were days where my friends, those who used to go together for the weightlifting, they weren't there with me. But because I knew that the purpose, my number one purpose into it was, one, because I want to keep fit. Two, was because I know that I'll coach someone someday in it. Three, was because at the end of the day, it helps me relax very well. Yes, it helps me relax very well. When I'm that exhausted, I can sleep like a baby. I can sleep very well and very relaxed. So there were days where I was the only one in the gym. I was the only one in the gym. But I kept pushing. There were times where it was very tiring and it was so boring, but I didn't felt it that way. In fact, when my energy want to step down, I'll need to play music just to keep me going. That is because I have clearly stated the purpose for which I was into weightlifting. The one of athletics, there were times I fell off and I sustained a serious injury along this aspect of my head. I didn't know that there were stones on that very place. So I slipped. So when I slipped, I tumbled upon the stone and I sustained serious injury. Now, that did not deter me because I immediately looked for ways of recovering from that injury. And after recovery, in fact, I didn't even wait for total recovery. I continued because I saw it like fun to me. I was enjoying it because I've already stated the purpose. I needed to keep fit. It was giving me the joy I needed. It was saving me the stress to go around people that I know at the end of the day I may have issues and so on. So I don't know if that makes sense to us. So for you to keep the drive to endure the process, you must first of all state the reason why you are actually undertaking that course of action. Yes, you must state it. Please, for those who are just connecting, if you are yet to subscribe to this very channel, do well to subscribe. Also, double tap your screen. If you are just connecting, double tap your screen just to give us a thumbs up. Double tap your screen, please, just to give us a thumbs up. Or you click on, there are three buttons at this corner of the top corner of your screen. Just click on it and you see where to give a thumbs up. What that simply means is just like the video. That's for those who are just connecting. So as I was saying, when you clearly state the purpose why you are going into it, it will keep your passion firing. It will keep your passion going. It will give you that grace to keep thriving. It will give you that grace. For instance, those that are into marathon, there are those who go into it because of money. And when you look at the money, which is the end, which we were talking about earlier, if you look at the money that you get out of it, no matter the stress, the tears, the muscular tears, no matter the nutritional requirement needed, no matter how much it will need you to stay off certain diets just to keep you fit, you will not be deterred at all. Because you know how much is waiting for you. You know how much you want to make out of it at the end. So it will keep you going. It will keep you going. I don't know if that's helpful. If I've gotten that second point, let us know in the comments box. If it makes sense to you, let us know in the comment box. I said the first point is, what do you want to venture into? There is a saying that say, jack of all trade, master of none. So it's not everything you should venture into. You must be known for something. You must be known for something. So first of all, spell out what you want to be known for. And second, why do you want to be known for that particular thing? So you want to become a legal practitioner. Why do you want to go into the legal field? If you want to become, let's say, all right, thank you so much, Vicky. Thank you so much for still having you here with me. I'm so grateful. Yeah, indeed, it means a lot to me. 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 I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. All right, so I was saying, let us know in the comments box if you got to the second point. First is what? The second is why. Why do you need to venture into it? And the third thing you need to answer, how? How? So let's take, for instance, you want to travel from here to India. There is a saying that says that speed in the wrong direction is not an advantage. Speed in the wrong direction is not an advantage at all. So if you're in the wrong direction already and you are the topmost speed, it's not an advantage. It's only time wasted. So you must ask yourself, how do I get there? Sit down first, calculate. How do I get there? How do I get there? So I'm going to be answering some of the hows. I'm going to be answering some of the hows. So if you want to get the answers to some of the hows, let me know in the comment box. How do I get there? 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 All right. So if you want to learn new skills, say for instance, you want to learn new skills, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that if you want to learn new skill? What if the reason is just because I love playing the guitar? Yes, Rhoda, that's significant enough. Yeah, because you have stated reason. Our mind, there's something about our psychology. If you don't have a tangible reason, a reason enough to die for. In fact, let me put it this way. If your passion, you're not ready to die for that passion, you won't succeed in it. Yes, you won't succeed in it. So that's why there is a term called dying passion. Dying passion. So to be outstanding in any field, to be successful in any field, your passion must be a dying passion. It must be something that is what you're dying. Thank you so much, Lolex. Thank you so much, Lolex. You're welcome to my palace. You're welcome to my street. You're welcome to my empire. Thank you so much for having you here. So Lolex, we are discussing on process and it pangs. Process and it pangs. I will say that pangs simply means pains. Pangs is a medical term or a midwifery related terms, simply meaning pains. So we're discussing on process, and it's the pains involved in process. And we have taken some of them. We earlier started by saying there is a saying that said that the end justifies the means. And then there's another group of thoughts that says that the means justifies the end. But for mine, I believe that both the means and the end justifies each other. So it justifies each other. So I moved on to mentioning some of the things that are necessary if you must undertake any course of action. I said by saying, first of all, is what? You must answer the question, what? Which simply means, I said that there is a saying that said that jack of all trade, master of none. So you must pick a niche for yourself where you want to be known for. Thank you so much, Mary Quincy. Mary Quincy said, I'm really glad I did not miss this stream. Thank you so much. I'm glad it's quite informative to you. Chiamaka, thank you so much. See my twinnie. Favor the nurse midwife. Thank you so much for having you on my live stream. Do well to double tap. Thank you so much just to give us the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. What would I do without you people? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. So I was saying, after you must be known for something, which is the question what. And secondly, you told us you will come up by 9. I'm so sorry, please. I returned home very late. I got home very late. So I needed to fix some things before I come online. Because after the live stream, I still have some things I need to go back to. I have some things on my routine I need to beat up with. So time was already behind just to meet up with those tasks. I'm so sorry for keeping us waiting. I'm so sorry, please. I'm so sorry. I'll make adjustment in subsequent time. I'm so sorry. So the next question I talked about was why. And I said that why, your why must be strong enough. Your why must be strong enough, which I said that if you must be outstanding in any field, your purpose, your passion must be a dying one. Must be a dying one. So if that thing you are not ready to die for it, you won't be outstanding in that field. It must be something that you are ready to die for. Thank you so much, Chiamaka. You're making me go shy as at this moment. You're making me go shy. All right. So I'm saying that it must be something you must be willing to die for. It must be something you must be willing to die for. So Rhoda, you were asking what if the reason is money? So if you are not ready to die for getting money out of that very guitar, the guitar playing you are into, then you will not be outstanding in it. Then, because there are days that you'll be dissuaded, there are days that things will come up that will discourage you. There are days that things will come up that will discourage you. So you must have that dying passion for it to be outstanding in it. So the next question is how, which I was trying to explain. So for instance, I was saying if I need to travel to India, I must know how I need to get there. If I don't know those things, if I don't ask that question how, I don't answer that question how, then I won't get there. Which I said that speed in the wrong direction is not an advantage. Speed in the wrong direction is not an advantage at all. So you must know the right direction to go. If you must be a medical practitioner, there are outlined, there are certain expectations. There's a curriculum that is stated out. Not just getting admission, because we have persons who got admission for medicine and surgery. For instance, you have those who got admission for pharmacy. At the end of the day, they never end up graduating. They never end up graduating because they didn't know enough. How do I want to get them in most cases? They didn't know how do I get there? How do I get there? So you must know how you want to get there. You must know how, because speed in the wrong direction is not an advantage. So if you are heading towards India, for instance, and then please, I don't know how I want to give us our life jacket. I don't know how to do that. So pardon me if I haven't done that for most of us. I'm learning. If you want to help me, please do well by typing in the comment box so I could do that. I'm not too good in that. Sorry at that. Please let me know in the comment box. I'm not too good. You can coach me, you can guide me. I'm always a ready learner. So for instance, let me give an instance. I just want to spot us for this very instance. I want to spot us for this instance. Okay? I want to spot us. So just to challenge someone to get motivated on this question how. Why this question how should be answered. Why the question how should be answered. Okay, thank you so much, my twinnie. I will attend to that shortly. So why the question how should be attended. I needed to break the backbone in certain areas in the medical field as well as that of business. I needed to break that backbone. And I thought about it. Let me use for instance business, which is some of the how. I said I'm going to state some of the how. So first how, you must visit some books. Book is one of them. Interesting enough, there is no field you want to venture into in this scientific age, that there is no book. Indeed, there is no field you want to step in that there is no book. Process can be expensive. It can be excruciating. Process can be excruciating. It can be very excruciating. So for me, when I thought about it, one, business, two, wealth and money, I need to get some books, and which is somehow in the nearest future, I may be doing some reviews on some books. So if you're in this live stream, you want to know books you should consult for certain areas, for instance, business and so on. I don't just get books because I need to get book or people are getting books. I do a lot of underground study on those books before I get them. So maybe let me show us some of them in this aspect of how, when it comes to books, for instance. I sat down, I consulted a lot of persons who are good in different areas. Why their books should be gotten. What are people reviews on those books? And then, in fact, one of those reviews got me in not storybooks, except you want to be a storyteller. Then you could go into storybooks then. But I want to state mine, for instance, which has to do with business and then wealth and other area. Then so I needed to get some of them. Let me show us a site. So take a look at this. This is for starters. If you want to start up, where do you generate idea from? This is for starter. 1 to 0. If you want to go to the area of investment, I hope you can see this, the intelligent investor. I'm not going to show us just a brief of them. Now, if you have issue with how do you make immediate decisions when there are challenges and so on, this will be helpful to you. When you are in a dilemma. Now, for those who are still coming up, you want to start up. So see, this will be very helpful for you. The lean startup, very helpful for you. For starters, that is business starters. You want to be good in negotiation, this will be good for you. Organization generally, you want to manage your staffs. This has volume 1, 2, 3, 4. Currently there is 5. for this, the email. You could check it up. Now, I needed to go into, there are a couple of them, there are much. I wouldn't like to bore us with most of that. I just want to give us an instance on how. What process could cost you, the cost on how. The cost on how. You don't want to see my library, for instance. You don't want to see my library. It's very in one of my clips, I told us, I say, one of my hobby happens to be reading. Get me a book. I will so much appreciate you, much more than getting me a house. Because if I have the knowledge on how to get a house, I will get that house than getting the house and not knowing how to sustain it. I don't know if that makes sense to someone. I don't know if that makes sense to someone. So you must know how you need to get there. Now that will lead me to share a very interesting story that happened. Okay, thank you so much, Chiamaka. Thank you so much. No, I'm not a bookseller. That's just my hobby. So I've got a library and I love reading so much. So I just wanted to buttress a bit on how, for instance. So I needed to venture into business, get deeper into different areas of business and so on. That's what process cost me. You don't want to know how much I spend on my library and so on. That's what the how cost me. So one of them I said earlier is what? Books. The next one have to do with, maybe I'll tell you the story. I'll push the story a bit after answering this question of how. Next one is people. Yes, there is no area you want to venture into that there is nobody at all that knows a bit in that area. I've shared a story in one of my live stream where a man wanted to go into investment. He loaned the sum of there about 500 million to there about 5 billion naira or 500 million naira, and he invested it without proper and adequate consultation. And the money was, will I call it dupe? It wasn't really dupe, because the persons he got staffs to work for him, but the staffs drained down the money, the entire money, and this money was gotten by loan. They drained it down. And he was supposed to be repaying that very that very loan, 5 million naira every month. Everything was drained down. And then he got into depression, which was where I met. And that will take me, for those who don't know what I am into, I am a mental health personnel. I'm a public health personnel. I'm also a business coach. I'm a life coach. So just in case you have any issue around this area, we can discuss. Feel free, we can discuss. We can discuss in those areas. So you must seek the right persons. First of all, first you start from their result. Are they proven enough in that area? Do they have results in that area? That's the first step. So don't just go to everyone. There are persons whom you will go to, they will drain you down. There are persons who may not even drain your resources. They will drain your vibe and your energy. That's why I gave a shout out earlier to Vibe with Sonia. You don't know how many persons, when it comes to this YouTube street, I needed to consult just to help me out. And my dear, do I want to talk about those ones that scammed me, that I spent money and so on? So that's why most times when I talk, I make reference to her, people won't understand, because she's so sincere. So for those who are clicking on this, who are with me active on this live stream, you don't know who Vibe with Sonia is. You don't know how much, maybe you want to go into YouTube, you want to go into this business of YouTube. I don't know how you want to go about it. Please do well to check up Vibe with Sonia. Check it up and you will come back to appreciate me. Yeah, I know she's live. I'll soon be wrapping up so that I'll join up with her, because in each of her lecture, I get to learn things every day. So I I had to, because I needed to come. YouTube is not just any kind of app. I needed to know what are the pros and cons. I needed to know, and she helped me a lot. So that's the aspect of people. You need to make sufficient inquiry. How legible are they? How credible are they? Now, this as in the aspect of the criteria for people too. Please don't go to someone who is a jealous type. There are people who will train you and you succeed today, but their jealousy cannot stand your progress. Please, it's not everybody that is worth your time. That's why you must check. Are they credible enough? Are they comfortable enough when you start producing results? Are they comfortable enough with your results? There are people who would help you up there. And when you get there, especially when you are amazing results, much better than them, they can't stand it. Indeed, they cannot stand it. So you must check that factor too. There is the aspect of human factor. How emotionally is that person stable? Is that person emotionally stable enough to withstand your success? Another thing that destroys relationship when it comes to people is pride. A proud person will not be ready to learn, including a proud person will not be willing to teach you in humility. Yes, they will not be willing to teach you. Now, the I too know mentality is another thing that hampers that very successful transmission of knowledge. When the person who has result is teaching you, you are not confident enough, you are already talking more than, you're even suggesting more than that person, you would not know. There are some who will even say, you even know, then what are you asking me for? What exactly are you consulting me for when you already know? So you must be patient enough. You must be patient enough. And you must be teachable. You must be malleable to learn. In learning, there are three aspects, three phases of learning. One has to do with you unlearn. I don't know who is still here with us. Please type these three phases. You unlearn, you learn, and you relearn. You unlearn, you learn, and then you relearn. Please type it for us. Type it for us if you are still active on this live stream. Type it for us. You unlearn, you learn, and you relearn. Exactly. Thank you so much, Chiamaka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. These are the three phases. That's why my mentor will always say, if you watch my stream, if you watch my messages, if you watch my teachings, don't assume you have heard everything. Please come back if you actually learned. Because there are things you will still pick that you thought you heard them, but you did not hear at all. So those are the phases in learning. You unlearn, you must unlearn. If you are in front of real result, if you are in front of reasonable result, if you are in front of proven result, please be willing to unlearn what you think, especially when you see that what you know does not yield the result you want. Be ready to unlearn some things so that you can have space enough to learn more. And then you relearn. You relearn. There are skills that need you to keep trying. For instance, for my YouTube family, I think Chiamaka is here with us and so on. I think Favor was here with us. Lolex was with us. In YouTube, the first step is that you must launch out. You learn on the going. You learn on the going. Thank God Rhoda is still with us. Rhoda, thank you so much. Thank you so much. For instance, Rhoda, who is a guitarist, if the best way in learning guitar is by starting, because you would keep making errors, and in your errors you keep adjusting. For instance, those who were, as I said earlier, I play piano, for instance. In piano, If you leave piano for 3 days and you come back, it's just like you're just starting up. So, for instance, you learn something new in piano, you must come back. You must come back to start. You must give yourself so much time in between for you to master it. That very new thing you learn, that new skill you learn in playing piano. You must keep trying. You must have a fixed routine that is not so apace between them. So that is for the how. The how, you have books, you have people, you have other reference material. There are some that will need you to get videos. YouTube is a big space. It's a big space. It's so voluminous that I'm yet to see someone who have exhausted. You can get videos in different areas, vast areas. You can get video. I think that would help me to introduce my incoming days. It might not exceed a month's time. That's for those persons who intend to pass through. Maybe you intend to study or you intend to practice in different countries, and then maybe one of the areas you want to pass through is there are different exams you need to go to. Maybe you want to pass through exams. We have the NCLEX, we have the IELTS, we have the OET, and so on. There are a lot of them. SAT and so on. There are a lot of them. For now, because me, I don't like talking about an area I'm not good at. Yes, I won't give suggestion on area I'm not good at. I would rather do referrals. For those who meet me, for instance, if I'm not good in that area, I am so humble to tell you I'm not good in that area. So I'll refer you to someone who is good in that area. So for me, I'm good in IELTS, but the particular part I'm very good at is that of the writing. I can still coach you in speaking. I'm good on the writing and the speaking. I'm good in those areas. I can tell you the tips. In fact, in IELTS, I don't need to study much. I don't really need to study much. For the speaking, I'm still coming up, but if I should go for an exam without much rehearsal, I won't come less than a band 7. I won't come less than that. But the aspect where I need to develop my skill, which I won't lecture someone on for now, not as if I don't know what it takes to get that to ace that very result, is the aspect of the reading and listening. Those two areas are where I'm still developing my muscles. So as I said, I don't like, so that I won't mislead someone. But when it comes to writing in IELTS, that is my own major area. So I will start in that area, maybe say a month's time. For persons who wants to, or who has plans to to sit for that exam, you check my site. At most in a month time, we should have started up. Yeah, we should have started up. So what am I saying in essence? The other reference materials such as videos and so on. So if I make a live stream, most likely I might be using live stream, and you come in, you'll be learning things, skills, the tricks. There are simple things. In fact, when I discovered a mystery in IELTS writing, I don't stress much in that area. I can give you that very tricks. And then you will go and you will have the same, if you put into practice that skill, those tricks I'm going to give you in IELTS writing, for instance, I can assure you that you won't come less than a band 7. I can assure you that. In writing. I can also coach you a bit, but with caution in the aspect of speaking. So mine is, I want to, for reading and then the reading and listening, those two aspects deal with speed and attention. So I won't go into this one for now. So what am I saying? There are live streams on YouTube. For instance, I'm just using YouTube. It's not just one. It's not the only one. It's not the only channel. Google is there. Amazon is there, and so on. There are other sites you can learn. So there are other reference material you must consult. So the next one is nature. It's nature. There are a lot. I'm an advocate of nature. I learn a lot from nature. Even the scripture, for those who are Christian, the scripture tells us, go to the ants, use sluggard, and learn from them. He won't tell us, go to the spider and learn from them. that without a king, without this and this, that they make for themselves palace, they store up food for themselves in season. What are those characteristic ants? Ants do not come out during rainy season. They don't gather their food in rainy season. They know that one day will be a rainy day. So they start from the dry season to plan. So ants, if you want to be a good planner, will be a good form of nature to learn from. They say make haste while the sun shines. I think so. I think that's the word for it. And there is someone that said, don't look for the black sheep in the night. Look for it while the sun is still up. You shouldn't look for it in the night. So nature is another channel to learn from. Then, depending on your religion, for me, I'm a Christian, I will recommend God. Your times of meditation with Him will give you insight. Meditation with God will give you foresight. Meditation with God will give you insight. There are three forms of sight. Foresight, just like the windscreen of a vehicle. Foresight, the windscreen of a vehicle. Foresight simply means your ability to see the future using the signs and the marks of the present. That is foresight. The ability to see the future using the marks and the signs of the present. That is foresight. I can bet you be Naira. Thank you, King. Thank you, King. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, Rhoda, I said, depending on what you believe in. So I'm a medical practitioner that also in my practice, I put together the spiritual aspect. So I don't discriminate people religion. I don't discriminate people religion. Indeed, I don't discriminate. So that's why I say depending on what your God is to you. For instance, as I said earlier, I'm a therapist. And so while trying to coach my clients, for those who are into addiction, there is what we call 12-step program. It incorporates religion, and it depends on what your religion is. It depends on it. So whatsoever is your God, as long as you have faith in it, it will give you the motivation you need to keep up on it. And that's why I say, for me, I serve the living God and I'm a Christian. So I could recommend, just in case you want to shift, you want to adjust to my religion, just in case, so I could recommend the scripture in the book of Joshua chapter 1 verse 8 said, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. You meditate on it day and night, because out of it you make your way prosperous, and then you have good success. So I will recommend that. That is for the how. The next question that should be answered is when. The next question to be answered is when. So it's not every time that is good for everything. Every time is not good for everything. That's why life is in phases. Life is in phases. You can't be learning how to crawl at the age of 15. It is an abnormality. You can't think of marriage at the age of 10. In fact, it points towards an abnormality. That's a misplaced priority. You can't think of marriage at the age of 4. It's a misplaced priority. So there is a question for when. You must know when to launch. For instance, my YouTube channel. I didn't just wake up one day. I have made my investigation using all those things I earlier stated. So I well crafted the month of June to start up. So there were those impulses right from last year, just start up, and so on. But I crafted the time. So every time is not good for everything. So you must state out when. You must know when you must launch. And there are things that answers this question of when. I'm going to be stating them for us. First is your resources. Thank you, Chiamaka. You are still here with us. Thank you so much, Chiamaka. Thank you so much, Mr. King. I guess it's a male. Thank you so much, Mr. King. So you must know when. When I say answer, you must, for you to know when to launch your resources. Are your resources sufficient enough to go in? So you want to go to school, you want to start up school. Do you have resources enough to sponsor you? School is no longer cheaper in any country globally. It's no longer cheaper. Do you have resources enough to sustain you through? Do you have resources enough? You want to go into confectionaries, for instance, you must check your resources. Do you have the resources enough? A farmer going to the farm without his hoe, a farmer going to the farm without his shovel, a farmer going to the farm without his machete is only going to supervise the weed, would look at the weed growing. Oh, great, great. Thank you so much for sharing, Rhoda. If there's any other person connecting at this point, Rhoda says in Denmark that school is free, that schooling is free. So please, I think you have just given me an insight. That I would see how to. Maybe we could chat much later. Let me get to know, because I do make an update for those persons who, just as you know, what I'm into. I'm into life coach and business and so on. For those persons who want to study and so on, if they can get everything necessary to get them into Denmark in terms of the travel cost and so on, then I think Denmark will good. Maybe we'll get to know other factors like religion, the standard of living, and so on. Those are other factors to consider. If those factors are good enough, then I could make referral. All right, so we're talking about when, and I'm talking about things that you need to check if they are up to date for you to step in. So I say, one, your resources. Are your resources enough? Are they sufficient enough? Check that. The next thing you need to check, are you emotionally stable enough to go into it? Are you emotionally stable? Are you psychologically stable enough? Let me use the legal field, for instance. The legal field is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted. The medical field is not for the faint-hearted at all. It's not for the faint-hearted. Pharmacy, for instance, you must burn the midnight candle. That statement, that adage still remains true. You must burn. That idiom still remains true. You must burn the midnight candle. It's a must. It's non-negotiable. You must burn the midnight candle. I believe it's same for most profession. You must burn the midnight candle. So are you psychologically ready? Are you emotionally stable to step into? So if that question is answered, step in. I once shared in one of my clips when I was talking about depression. There was a lady who was in the arts field and ventured into the medical field, precisely the clinical psychology. She broke down. She broke down into depression. When the demands came, she broke down because she didn't make a consultation enough. If she made a consultation, she's from Nigeria and she got to study in Canada. So she didn't make enough of the consultation. She came down with depression. So you must check yourself. Are you psychologically stable enough to venture into that field? Are you psychologically stable enough? Please, if you are just connecting, double tap your screen just to give us a thumbs up. And if you are yet to subscribe, do well to subscribe to this channel, just so you get more exciting content as this. So I've talked about the aspect of psychological stability. Next, the support system. People overlook the support system, the aspect of support system. Who are your support system? Your family members, your friends, your colleagues. They are your support system. So your support system is, who do you run to when need arises? Who do you run to? You must have who to run to. You must have who you must run to. So check that aspect. Is it there? Do you have good support system to venture into it? Do you have good support system? If you do, then that aspect is checked. The next thing, check if you are comfortable enough to. There are a couple of persons, for instance, you want to travel to UK, for instance. It's not all times that will be good for persons who are with allergy to cold. I once heard a story of one of our lecturer who went to was it, I think it was same Canada he went to, and then he went in winter, and he went bare. He just put on just singlet and he stepped out. He was frozen along the way. According to the storyline, he was frozen because he went at the wrong time, not gathering all the enough resources on the question of how. If you are in those areas that have snow and their weather is very cold, then you must think about other resources such as cardigan and so on. So we have the warm house and so on, all those things, you must put them into consideration so that you don't suffer casualty at the end. So that question, just in brief, that is answered. Next question is where. Just like Rhoda have suggested to us, Denmark, which I'll make my own findings after now. Just as he has introduced to us. Okay, so Rhoda says, okay, so school is free and going to the hospital is free. Great, that's amazing. I'm so excited to get that information and much more. But Texas is much higher than that's in USA. So that's how the hospital and school earns money. Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for enlightening us on that. Thank you so much, Rhoda. So what are we saying in essence? So you must know where. You must know where. Your where still boils down to your resources. You can't be in the middle class or the lower class and you want to study in schools that were meant for the upper class. Then you want to clash. So you know that you don't have good support system. You don't have something to pay you back. You don't have good income. And then you want to get a loan of 70 million to venture into a business you don't have sufficient information about. You will crash. And when you crash, where are you going to get the money to refund? Where are you going to get it? So you must answer the question where, based on your size. Based on your size. Very, very, very important. Based on your size. So there is an idiom that says cut your coat according to your size. I think in recent time they have adjusted on that idiom. It's no longer cut your coat according to your size. Who knows the reason? Let us know in the comment box if you know the reason why that idiom has been modified. Let us know in the comment box. I'll soon be wrapping up so that I'll join my mentor Sonia. So that I'll join up with her. Let us know why that idiom was modified. Cut your coat according to your size. That was what we used to know. But in recent times, it has been modified. Let us know why it was modified or what it was modified into. Let us know. Let me see how many persons are up to date on that. Cut your coat according to your size. How many persons are still with me? If you are still here with us, let us know in the comment box. Why was that idiom modified and what is it modified into? All right, for want of time, it was actually modified to cut your coat according to your material. Cut your coat according to your material. Because if you want to leave your size, if for instance, those who are chubby, you need to spend extra. You need to pay an extra sacrifice. So you cut it according to your material. That's the modified form of that. Cut your coat according to your size. So I believe you have learned something new today. I believe you have learned something new. So cut your coat according to your material. Wow, thank you so much, Rhoda, for that. Thank you so much for enlightening us. So I believe other persons are also learning from Rhoda. Say that Denmark is one of the second most happiest country in the world. All right, thank you for informing us. I think that will take us to other aspect we need to talk about. So some of the recommendations: you want to learn a new skill, what do you need to do? Break that skill into smaller units. Break them to smaller units. Break them down. So you take one step at a time. They say the journey of 1,000 mile begin with one step. Journey of 1,000 mile begin with one step. So take it step after the other. Break it down. Break the tasks down. You mustn't do everything in one day. Do we know that adage, that idiom that say Rome was not built in one day? Rome was not built in one day. So if you are here with us for the first time, I still emphasize, just pleading, please do well to subscribe. Do well to subscribe to my channel. Do well to subscribe. Click the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so that you get exciting content as this in subsequent time. The truth about it is that this channel keeps becoming more excited and with more informative and educative content from day to day. So do well to subscribe, and then double tap your screen just to give us a thumbs up. To break it down into little bits, practice consistency. Consistency is very important. Just like I say, for those, I use the piano, for instance, the piano or guitar and so on. You mustn't do it, for instance, you learn today and you give yourself 5 weeks and you come back again, you will not master it. So you must build a pattern, a routine of consistency. You must have a routine that is consistent. So the next one is that find a mentor. You must have a mentor in that area. Remember, I talked about people. So you must have a mentor in that area. You must have a mentor. Celebrate smaller victories. If you make smaller progress, please give yourself that applause. Give yourself the applause. Give yourself the congratulation. You deserve it. You deserve it. Reward your little progress. Our brain tends to do better, tends to do maximally if we give ourselves that thought that we are doing well, we are trying, we are making progress. But when you keep telling your mind, I am a failure, when you keep telling your mind, I don't think I'm in the right track, I don't think this thing is worth it, oh, thank you so much, Rhoda, for staying thus far. She said, I'm going to bed now. Have a good night, I guess. I don't know what time it is for you. Yeah, it's night also at my end. Thank you so much. It's night at my end. So do well to give yourself little rewards. Thank you so much. It was nice having you, Rhoda. I believe you have subscribed. Thank you so much. All right, for business, develop a solid business plan, have a coach, embrace your failure and learn with each of your failure. Stay flexible to adapt. For each business, they have their own trends. Each business comes with its risks. So learn to adjust with the risks. For those who have issues with anxiety and depression, the other persons who have come out of it gets to learn from their stories, get to hear their stories. You want to train for marathon, daily routine, their meals you should avoid, and so on. You want to learn to write a book every day, write down something. Learn, have a mentor, learn from those who have gone ahead, and so on. So, you want to develop a career, network, and building community. You must have a network of those on that career. You must take calculated risks and steps. Embrace your failure and learn out of them, and so on. So, what are we saying in essence? We have book recommendations in different areas, just as I said earlier. So learn from them. At this point, I want to see how to wrap up. Let me see those persons who have been able to learn. If you have been able to learn something, let us know in the comment box. Let us know what you have learned. What is your take home from this night discussion? Let us know what your take home is. What have you been able to learn? Let us know in the comment box. Having said all that, I want to appreciate every one of us for staying thus far on this live stream. I want to appreciate every one of us. Thank you so much. I know I didn't have the world to offer you, but you count me worthy of your time. We know that life is measured in time, and so we call it lifetime. So sharing something as precious, sharing a resource as precious and treasurable as your time with me, which is your life, I so much treasure it. I so much treasure it. Indeed, I treasure it. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. God bless every one of us. Let us know your take home for this night stream. Let us know what you have been able to learn. Let us know what you have been able to learn. If you are new on this live stream, you are just connecting, do well to subscribe. Please do well to subscribe. I won't like to keep us any further. We'll be having, for those who want to hear more, you want to learn more, we'll be having other discussions after now. So you want to talk with me in person, comments in the comment box. I will share the link on how to reach me. On the other hand, I think on my if you check my wallpaper, you'll see the link on how to reach me. Okay, then I think the best way to meet me is on Instagram. So you can meet me on Instagram at wisdom.akba. So the wisdom is WISDOW. Sorry, WISDOM dot. That is like full stop dot. Then the second name AKIBA. That's my Instagram handle. So we can chat there. Just in case you want to know further, you want to learn further, you want to hear further on this night discussion. So process comes with its pangs. Process comes with its pains. Process comes with certain discomfort. And if you must be good at that particular task, that particular plan you want to embark, that particular goal you want to embark, you must be ready to face the process, the pains that comes with the process. And you must go headlong. Remember, I say, for you to be outstanding in any field, you must have the type of passion I call the dying passion. Dying passion is what distinguishes you. So get your dying passion. Learn all you need to learn. Amass all the informational resource you need. Go all in. Go all in. And at the end, don't forget, out of all the things I list, don't forget God. Very important. And I know your result will be outstanding. Your result will be mouth-watering. Your result will be something that is worth emulation. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we have to draw the curtain at this point. I think Chiamaka say, know your why, your what, and how when starting anything. Thank you so much, Chiamaka. I'm so glad you learned. I'm so glad it was quite informative and educating. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for honoring the invitation of your boy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Chamaka will be able to see my face and she has made me so shy this night. Thank you so much. God bless you. So I still remain Coach Wisdom Akwa. And as I said earlier, I'm a mental health personnel. I'm a public health personnel. I'm also a business coach. I'm an addiction counselor. So if you have any challenge in that area, connect me with my handle, as I said earlier, wisdom.akiba. That's my handle. We can have discussion from there. Okay, thank you so much for staying thus far. For those on duty, I wish you a peaceful duty. For those on duty, I wish you a peaceful duty. For those on duty, I wish you a peaceful duty. For those at home that are about to go on their bed, I wish you a lovely and a calm night's rest. For those, due to their time zone, they're actually heading to work, I wish you a beautiful day, a rewarding one at that. See you on my next stream. God bless you all. I'm so grateful. I think tomorrow I should be live, possibly in the morning, in the early hours, there about 10 a.m. I should be live. So we'll have a very interesting discussion. More likely it's a healthy discussion. So looking forward to see us all. Thank you for support all. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you, Chiamaka, for coming this far. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Rhoda. Thank you, King. Thank you, Favor, my twinnie. Thank you so much, Marilyn. Thank you so much, Blessing. Thank you so much. Who again was there? Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you, Favor, Morning. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Quincy. God bless you all. Good night and see you. See you healthy and hearty by tomorrow. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. See you on my next stream. If you are yet to subscribe, please don't forget, subscribe to this channel for more exciting content. God bless you all. See you